connections to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Denver Broncos. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. He's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
From the gun, it's Haskins. And the Broncos get there and take him down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
To throw on second down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Now Haskins, third and long. Able to find his running back, Geis. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down.
Fourth down.
On to punt, Jamie Gillen. Back deep, Trent Taylor. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
47-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. To throw is Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now a first down throw. Watson looking for Shepard deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
He was brought down.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Brings up one more time with Jacobs. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
The ball carrier.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Deshaun Watson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
Now Haskins on 1st down. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Steven Sims Jr., his first touchdown of the new season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Elliott Good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Steps away to his left. He'll run it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
55, come on, 55. Hey, you got to snap it. You got to snap it. Here I come.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, that was dangerous.
Watson's pass.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down. And
so they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Watson off play action. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
1st and 10.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
At the 32-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Haskins. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's up 2nd and goal at the Broncos' 8-yard line.
Now it's Haskins. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Haskins will throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 57 yards. From the red zone now, Watson flushed out right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain. Because the offensive guys, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Odell Beckham, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him. Because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Broncos 14, Buccaneers 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Calais Campbell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long... Deshaun Jackson off to the races. 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Deshaun Jackson, 84 yards. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting on a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
It's a big play there for the Broncos. 39 yards. On first down, Watson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5. The Broncos on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. He finds Beckham complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As his guys are able to regain the lead. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
It's the score. Broncos 21. Buccaneers 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 33 yards that time.
On the play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Haskins. That's caught by Jackson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
To Deshaun Jackson.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
3rd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Here we go with Geis. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. That is caught at the 7. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Devin Duvernay. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys have now moved out in front. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Eluding the pressure right. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 49.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
The ball carriers.
The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From just shy of midfield, Watson forced out to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. A good position to be in here, second and inches. Out of the gun, Geis. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Buccaneers.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And Jones has it over the middle. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A 7-yard.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On first and 10, it's Haskins. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. John Simon that time coming through to make the play. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. Flush to his right, and he's going to go down again. Jason Pierre-Paul. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And nothing but daylight ahead.
Who wants them?
And all the way home for a Broncos score. That's a punt return of 89 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front.
On for the point after.
And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs. Punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
Fielded in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, 79 yards. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Taken in the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. To throw again on second down. Watson flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he goes out right around the 39. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
9-yard line.
Being chased out left. And his pass incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. And he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
On 2nd and 10, Watson rolling to his right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, first down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th.
28. Buccaneers 23.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a...
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Odell Beckham, 45 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
Callaway on the return. The Bucks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucks offense set to begin their next possession. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins, and he fires one incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
3rd down, here's Geis. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
4th down, here's Haskins. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is caught at the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Bucks on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by John Johnson. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Here's a man who's now 3rd all-time in rush yards, Frank Gore. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
For Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 22.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to...
And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And some space here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
Again, the ball carrier.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
He's going up top for Taylor. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
That's a 36-yard line.
And Watson's going to throw it here. He completes it to Beckham. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Another Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Now it's looking incredibly likely. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the force. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the
my
stuff she used to
grandmother did the
preserve.
same. It smelled terrible. They start on the ground with Geis. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
The ball carrier.
And on the stop, DeMonte Casey.
The 37-yard line.